Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the world of food and exploring 9 common foods that are best consumed hot or at room temperature rather than cold. You think just because you can throw it in a lunchbox and eat it straight out of the fridge it's supposed to be served that way? You donkey! Some of these might surprise you, but trust me, a little heat can make all the difference. Let's get started. Pizza, that beautiful creation of dough, sauce, and cheese. It's a universal favorite, a dish that brings people together, whether it's a casual night in with friends or a grand celebration. The sight of a hot, fresh pizza being pulled apart, with melted cheese stretching and toppings glistening, is enough to make anyone's mouth water. The aroma alone can transport you to a cozy pizzeria in the heart of Italy, where every bite is a piece of culinary art. But cold, straight from the fridge, it's a different story altogether. The magic seems to vanish, leaving behind a shadow of its former glory. The once inviting and warm slice now feels like a forgotten relic, a mere afterthought of last night's feast. Listen, I've seen chefs booted from this kitchen for less. The passion and effort that go into crafting the perfect pizza are immense. To see it reduced to a cold, unappetizing state is enough to make any pizza aficionado cringe. It's almost an insult to the art of pizza making. Cold pizza is a sad state of affairs. It's like seeing a once vibrant painting fade into dullness. The colors, the textures, the flavors, all seem to lose their charm. It's a reminder of what was but no longer is. The cheese, once a molten dream, turns into a congealed, rubbery mess. What was once a gooey, delightful topping now feels like a chore to chew. The texture changes drastically, and not for the better. It's a far cry from the stretchy, melty goodness that makes pizza so irresistible. And the crust? Forget about it. The once crispy golden brown edge that provided the perfect contrast to the soft, cheesy center now becomes a tough, unyielding barrier. Or worse, it turns soggy, losing all its delightful crunch. It's a lose-lose situation. Soggy, lifeless, a complete disgrace to the art of pizza making. It's as if all the love and care that went into baking it have been stripped away, leaving behind a pale imitation of what pizza should be. It's a culinary tragedy. You want to enjoy pizza? Get it hot. A quick blast in the oven or even a microwave will bring back some of its dignity. Reheating it can revive those flavors, making the cheese melty again and the crust regain some of its former glory. It's not quite the same as fresh out of the oven, but it's a close second. Get those flavors singing again, you hear me? The joy of pizza lies in its warmth, its freshness. So next time, don't settle for cold. Give it the respect it deserves. Reheat it, savor it, and let every bite remind you why pizza is a beloved classic around the world. Fried chicken, that golden, crispy delight. But cold? It's like finding a pound coin and then throwing it in the bin. The skin, meant to be a symphony of crunch, turns into a greasy, slimy nightmare. And the meat? Dry, stringy, a complete insult to the bird that gave its life. Reheating fried chicken is an art. Oven's your best bet, but even a microwave can help. Get that skin crispy again, you hear me? Don't you dare serve me soggy chicken skin. Listen up, you lot. French fries, those golden sticks of potato perfection. But cold? They're as appealing as a burnt pan. Cold fries are limp, lifeless, a complete waste of perfectly good potatoes. They should snap, they should crackle, they should have a bit of fight in them. Oven's the way to go here. Get them nice and crispy again. Microwave? Well, it's better than nothing, but don't expect miracles. Chapter 4. Steak. Steak, a thing of beauty, cooked to perfection. But cold? You might as well serve it on a flip-flop. A cold steak is an abomination. Tough, chewy, all that beautiful flavor locked away. Now, I'm not saying you need to cook it again, but bring it up to room temperature at least. Let those juices flow, let the flavor breathe. You want to enjoy a steak, treat it with respect, not like some leftover casserole. Chapter 5. Roasted vegetables. Roasted vegetables, bursting with flavor, caramelized to perfection. But cold? It's like taking a beautiful sunset and dipping it in gray paint. Cold roasted vegetables lose their vibrancy, their sweetness, their charm. A quick blast in the oven will bring them back to life. Get those flavors singing again, get that color popping. Don't you dare serve me dull, lifeless vegetables. Chapter 6. Mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes, creamy, comforting, a hug on a plate. But cold? They're about as appealing as a plate of yesterday's porridge. Cold mashed potatoes are gluey, heavy, a complete disservice to the humble potato. Warm them up, add a touch of butter, a splash of cream if you're feeling fancy. Get them smooth, get them silky, get them ready to dance on your palate. Chapter 7. Grilled Cheese Sandwich. The grilled cheese sandwich, a classic, a comfort food, a thing of simple beauty. But cold? It's like finding a hair in your soup. A cold grilled cheese is a tragedy. The cheese, meant to be molten and gooey, turns into a solid, unyielding mass. And the bread? Soggy, floppy, a complete insult to the art of sandwich making. Get that pan hot, get that cheese melting, get that bread golden brown. Chapter 8. Meatballs. Meatballs, those little balls of flavor packed with herbs and spices. But cold? They're as dry as a burnt piece of toast. Cold meatballs are dense, chewy, all that beautiful flavor locked away. Reheat them in a sauce, let them simmer, let them soak up all that goodness, get them moist, get them juicy, get them ready to be devoured. Chapter 9. Baked potatoes. The humble baked potato, a staple in many households, is a dish that can be both simple and sophisticated. When done right, it's a culinary masterpiece. Baked potatoes, fluffy on the inside, crispy on the outside, a blank canvas for culinary creativity. You can top them with butter, sour cream, chives, cheese, bacon bits, or even a hearty chili. The possibilities are endless, making it a versatile dish for any meal. But cold? They're as appealing as a week-old dishcloth. A cold baked potato loses all its charm and appeal. The once inviting aroma fades, and the texture becomes unappetizing. A cold baked potato is a sad sight. It sits there, forlorn and forgotten, a shadow of its former self. The vibrant, inviting look it once had is replaced by a dull, lifeless appearance. The skin, meant to be crisp and salty, turns leathery and tough. What was once a delightful crunch now requires effort to chew, making the experience far from enjoyable. And the inside? Dry, crumbly, a complete waste of a perfectly good potato. The fluffy, moist interior that once melted in your mouth is now a dry, tasteless mass. Warm it up, get that skin crispy again, get that inside fluffy and light. Reheating can bring back some of the magic, but it's never quite the same as a freshly baked potato. However, with the right techniques, you can revive it to a respectable state. Don't you dare serve me a cold, sad potato. Always strive for that perfect balance of crispy skin and fluffy interior. Remember, a baked potato deserves to be enjoyed at its best, not as a cold, sad afterthought. Outro, reheat, and enjoy. So there you have it, 9 foods that should never, ever be eaten cold. From the creamy goodness of pasta to the savory delight of roasted meats, these dishes are best enjoyed when they're hot and fresh. Cold food can often lose its intended texture and flavor, making the dining experience less enjoyable. Remember, a little heat can make all the difference. When you reheat your food, you're not just warming it up, you're reviving its flavors and textures. The steam rising from a hot dish can bring back the aroma that makes your mouth water. Whether you use a microwave, an oven, or a stovetop, the key is to reheat your food evenly and thoroughly. Get those flavors singing, get those textures right, and for heaven's sake, treat your food with respect. A well-reheated meal can taste almost as good as when it was first cooked. Take the time to reheat your food properly, and you'll be rewarded with a delicious meal that satisfies your taste buds. Remember, reheating food safely is crucial to prevent foodborne illness. It's not just about taste, it's also about safety. Improperly reheated food can harbor harmful bacteria that can make you sick. Always follow food safety guidelines to ensure that your food is safe to eat. Always reheat food to an internal temperature of at least 165 degrees Fahrenheit or 74 degrees Celsius to ensure food safety. Use a food thermometer to check the temperature of your food, especially when reheating leftovers. This simple step can help you avoid foodborne illnesses and enjoy your meal with peace of mind. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more food tips and tricks. We hope you found these tips helpful and that you'll put them to good use in your kitchen. Stay tuned for more videos on how to make the most of your meals, from cooking techniques to food safety tips. Happy cooking!